In this video, we're going to compare the Hyatt and Hilton programs and see which program is the better program for you. Hey everyone, I'm Woller's Wallet, and this channel is all about credit cards, credit card rewards, and showing you how you can use your points and miles to travel for less. So if something that interests you, consider subscribing and turn the bell notification on as well. Also, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It really does help the channel out. Now let's start off with earning points. Now Hyatt points are extremely valuable, but they don't have nearly as many ways to earn points like Hilton points. But you can earn Hyatt points from their credit cards, paid stays, including stays at their small luxury hotel collection, taking advantage of their partnership with American Airlines, where you can earn 1 Hyatt point per dollar spent on qualifying American airline flights. Then you also have that ability to transfer points from Ultimate Rewards or even book a rental car through Avis. But earning Hilton points is just so easy. And while many of us think about their credit cards, there are actually many other ways to earn Hilton points. Hilton points can be earned by one of their 4 co-branded credit cards. You can transfer points from membership rewards to Hilton at a rate of 1 membership reward points to 2 Hilton points. And then there are other co-branded credit cards as well that transfer to Hilton at a 1 to 1.5 or even a 1 to 2 ratio, depending on the credit card. And you can check out those options up here. I'll put a card to that video. You can also earn Hilton points when you use Lyft. They have their own shopping portal. They're part of a dining reward network as well. Also, Hilton seems to be offering some sort of promotion all the time, earning like double or triple points on paid stays. And it's really hard to argue against Hilton here, since you just have so many more options when it comes to earning those points. Now let's talk about those co-branded credit cards. Now Hilton has 4 co-branded credit cards, 3 personal and 1 business credit card. These includes the Hilton Business Credit Card, the no-fee credit card, the Hilton Surpass, which has a $95 annual fee, and then you have the high-end Hilton Aspire credit card, which has a $450 annual fee. And the bonuses on these cards are all quite strong. You can earn hundreds of thousands of Hilton points just from these sign-up bonuses alone. And the Surpass and Aspire credit card both give you higher end status, which is fantastic. The Surpass card gives you gold status, which I have said many times is the best mid-level status on the market. And with the Aspire credit card, you get that top tier diamond level membership. And there is not another hotel credit card on the market that gives you top tier status just for holding it. And when it comes to Hyatt, they have just their World of Hyatt credit card, which has a $95 annual fee. And while I think the Hyatt credit card is a great credit card, it's just one card. They don't have a business credit card or even a high-end premium Hyatt credit card. And the Hyatt credit card does give you Discover status, which is on the lower end of the Hyatt status scale. And this one isn't even close. Hilton just has so many more options when it comes to their co-branded credit cards. The benefits you receive from the Hilton credit cards also outdo the benefits that you would receive from the Hyatt credit card, since your status level is just so much higher with those certain credit cards. Now, I'm not saying the Hyatt needs to refresh this card, but I do think they need to bring a premium credit card to the market to compete with that Hilton Aspire credit card. Also, it would be great if Hyatt were to add a business credit card as well, because I think it compete very well with Marriott and Hilton. Now let's take a look at the different statuses. The status levels have some differences, and we are going to be taking a look at the upper tier statuses of the programs. And if you're a Hyatt Explorers or Globalist, you're going to earn 6 to 6.5 points per dollar on your paid stays. And to earn Explorist, you need to have completed 30 qualifying nights, earn 50,000 base points, or have 10 qualifying meetings or events in a calendar year. And for Globalist, you need to complete 60 qualifying nights, earn 100,000 base points, or have 20 qualifying meetings or events per calendar year. And you'll also be able to link your account with your American Airline account to earn Hyatt points on paid American Airline flights, starting at just Discover status. And when you book a room completely on points, you're not going to pay those garbage resort fees, except in Las Vegas, and then you'll also get a 2 p.m. or 4 p.m. checkout depending on your status level. And if you're a Globalist, you're going to get club lounge access, complimentary parking on award nights. You can even receive room upgrades when you both are an Explorers or a Globalist. You'll also receive M-Life Gold status, and you can use the Guest of Honor benefit if you're a globalist for someone you're booking a room for. And for Hilton, I know I have said it plenty of times, but Hilton Gold is probably the best mid-level status for hotel status out on the market right now, and you get this just for holding the Surpass credit card. And you get Diamond with that Aspire credit card, which is fantastic. And as a Gold member, you're going to earn 18 Hilton points per dollar spent on paid stays, and as a Diamond member, you'll earn 20 Hilton points per dollar spent on paid stays. Both Gold and Diamond members will receive complimentary breakfast. You're going to receive 5th night free when you book rooms completely on points, and both status levels will give you access to room upgrades. And just like Hyatt, there aren't any garbage resort fees when you stay completely on points. And if you're a Hyatt globalist, you get treated very, very well. But realistically, many people are not going to reach that level of status within Hyatt, not unless you stay at Hyatt a lot. Or if you spend a lot of money to reach globalist status just from credit card spend. But realistically, I just don't think that's worth it. And also for a lot of you out there, you're not going to spend enough money on this credit card to earn that status to begin with. And while you could argue that Hyatt globalist status is better than Hilton Diamond status, you can't argue against the fact that Hilton status is still pretty solid and it's easier to obtain for most people. And the area that could give Hyatt the edge here for people is the fact that their customer service is absolutely fantastic. I'm just not sure there's a better program for customer service, especially when it comes to hotels. And while I've been treated well as a Hilton Diamond and even a Gold member, Hyatt just treats all of their members so well there. So the customer service point here is definitely going to go to Hyatt, which can actually make quite the big difference for people. Now let's talk about lifetime status, because both of these programs offer lifetime status after you meet certain requirements. Now unless you travel a lot, reaching top level of lifetime status is going to be quite difficult for you. Now in order to qualify for lifetime Diamond status with Hilton, you must have held Diamond status for 10 years and have had either 1,000 paid stays or 2 million base points. And actually holding the Hilton Aspire credit card will count towards that 10-year requirement to hold Diamond status, but it's not going to bring you any closer to the paid stays or base point requirement. It just takes a lot of time and a lot of paid stays with Hilton hotels. Hilton also offers Diamond status extension if you were to have something that comes up in your life that prevents you from requalifying. And to qualify for this, you do need to have a history of 3 years of Diamond status at least 250 paid nights or earn 500,000 base points. And now you can also earn lifetime globalist status with Hyatt. Now in order to do that, you do need to earn 1 million base points. And for those of you who are thinking of asking, transferring your Ultra Reward points to Hyatt is not going to get you any closer to your lifetime status. And I'm going to give Hyatt the point here. While for most people, lifetime top tier status isn't going to be achievable, for Hyatt, you just need to earn a number of base points. Hilton has more hoops to jump through with multiple requirements to earn top tier status. Now let's talk about the free nights that you're going to earn from their credit cards. The only Hilton credit cards that come with free weekend night certificates when you pay the annual fee is the Hilton Aspire credit card. But you can earn a free night on the Surpass and Hilton Business credit card after you were to spend $15,000 on those cards in a calendar year. And those cards plus the Aspire card can earn a second free weekend night after you were to spend $60,000 in a calendar year on those credit cards. In the world of Hyatt credit card gives you a certificate that you can use at a category 1 through 4, and you can earn another night at a category 1 through 4 after spending $15,000 in a calendar year. Now, if you're someone who wants to get the maximum value from these certificates, then Hilton is going to grab your attention here. While it is limited to weekends, which is a Friday to Sunday, there is no category restrictions. You just need to see a standard room for availability. But if you're someone who's looking to use your certificate either midweek, or you're someone who just doesn't care about getting maximum value from a certificate, then the Hyatt free night certificates are probably going to be better for you. Also, you do want to consider the fact that if you were to spend $15,000 on the Hyatt credit card, you'll have 2 certificates, and with the Hyatt credit cards, you would only have 1. Now let's talk about point pooling, because a great benefit for both of these programs is the fact they allow you to pool points at no cost. Hilton will allow you to pool your points with up to 10 other people at no cost. you're allowed to send up to 500,000 Hilton points into your pool per calendar year, and a member can receive up to 2 million points per calendar year as well. And you can do this all online. There's no need to contact Hilton either through a fax, email, or even calling them. Hyatt will also allow you to combine your Hyatt points with any other member, and you're only allowed to combine your points once every 30 days. Now you do need to fill out a request form and either fax it or email it to Hyatt. But there isn't a restriction on the number of points you can send or receive in a calendar year, but you are limited to once every 30 days. And while Hilton points pooling is a little bit easier, there aren't any point restrictions with Hyatt, only a time restriction, which I do think kinda sucks. And I've combined points in the Hyatt program before, and while it takes a little bit longer, it's historically taken about 24 to 48 hours for them to show up in my account. Now, I'm going to call this round a draw since you can pull both program points for free, and they both have their own sets of restrictions. Now let's talk about redeeming these points. Now when it comes to redemptions, we have the most valuable hotel currency in Hyatt, and then probably the easiest to earn in Hilton. And when it comes to Hyatt points, I'd say they're generally worth about 2 cents per point, and you could definitely get more value than 2 cents per point for your Hyatt points. And Hilton points are worth roughly between 0.4 to 0.6 cents per point, and that is quite the difference between the programs. And Hyatt has an award chart that is very favorable for customers, and standard room redemptions start at just about 5,000 points, and they can top out at 40,000 points depending on when you stay at certain hotels. Hyatt also offers points plus cash rates where you can pay 50% of the points of a full point stay, plus the cash portion is going to be 50% of the standard room rate. And the cash portion is going to vary depending on the room rate per night that you're staying at whichever hotel it may be. And this might not actually be a good option to book a Hyatt room. Hyatt also will allow you to book premium suites with your points, and this is going to be double the standard room rate. And if you were on a paid stay, you could even upgrade your room with points as well. And a great use for your Hyatt points is for their all-inclusive stays, where it's only going to cost you 25,000 points per night for 2 adults. Now, Hilton does not have an award chart, and award prices are based more to the hotel cost of the room. But that means you can use your points for any room, anytime that there is a room available. And Hilton redemptions can be quite cheap to being costing hundreds of thousands of points per night. And really, that's the double-edged sword of dynamic pricing, and probably one of the biggest issues with the Hilton program. You can also pay cash and points if you wanted to. Hilton has a little slider, and you can adjust the amount of cash or points you wanted to spend on your room. And when you make a stay of 5 nights completely on points, you do get that 5th night free, which is a great way to save some points when you're booking a hotel room for 5 nights. And both of these programs allow you to transfer your points to airlines, but don't do it because it is a terrible way to redeem your points. Now, when it comes to redemptions, the one piece you can't see on paper is the properties themselves. The high-end properties are always nice depending on whichever chain you go to, but it's those lower to mid-level properties I feel like can really make it or break it for people. And I think that's really where Hyatt excels. The Hyatt Places and Hyatt Houses are just so far ahead of the Hampton Inns or whatever other lower Hilton properties are out there. And redemption-wise, they are just an absolutely great value. And I personally actually prefer Hyatt Places over some of the top-tier Hyatts because I just feel they're so undervalued. And while there might be a lot more Hilton properties worldwide, you just have to give the redemption side to Hyatt. Their points are just far more valuable than Hilton's, even though Hilton has more properties worldwide. See, because the problem for Hilton is the fact that their points are just so inflated, and there just seems to be no limit on the number of points they can charge you per night. And Hyatt has the predictable award chart and offers some of the best value for hotels on the market. And with all of this information, which program is better? See, picking a program is always subjective, but what's funny is when looking at these pieces, you would think Hilton would be the better option. They have the better co-branded credit cards. Status level is easier to obtain. There's just so many more ways to earn Hilton points, and there are just far more properties at Hilton than there are at Hyatt. But where things swing in Hyatt's favor is the fact that you have an award chart. Point requirements are going to be lower for their rooms. Their lower to mid-level properties, I believe, are far nicer than Hilton's. And lastly, Hyatt's customer service is just absolutely outstanding. So while Hilton is quite strong for many things, when it just comes down to it, Hilton just offers a better value for your points, and a great experience is where I'm going to give Hyatt the W here. So tell me, which program do you think is better? Hey, if you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up, and if you know somebody who might benefit from this video, feel free to share it with them. And if you want to help support the channel, a simple way would be use links on the website or in the description below. And if you like learning about credit cards, points, miles, cashback, or just flat out traveling for less, consider hitting the subscribe button down below. And until next time, safe travels and take care.